We were wondering this. I think 10-time All-Star. Is that right, Steve?
Won them all.
How many? You won all 10 All-Star games?
Got a record, yeah.
How many 10-time All-Stars are not in the Hall of Fame, aside from you?
Not many, I don't think.
But do you think you should be in?
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
Why aren't you?
I have to ask you that, and I have to ask the guys that, because every time I go on the ballot, now it's been modified to 16 voters. But you got to do your homework. You got to look at my whole career and body of work.
Yes.
And when you do, you say, well, every time I go on a show, oh, you should be in the Hall of Fame. And it just takes the voters to do it. So you look at the consecutive game streak, National League record, 4th all time, 200 seasons, 5 World Series, 10 All-Star games, MVPs in NLCS and season, and also, by the time you add it up, I don't think there are very few guys that have a comparable palette of a career.
Yeah, that's what we were wondering, though. A 10-time All-Star, MVP in the All-Star game a couple of times?
A couple times.
Is that right?
Yep.
And then Gold Glove winner a few times.
4 of those.
4 of those.
To mix in,
Paulie, what kind of postseason stats do you have for Steve Garvey?
They're actually better than his regular season stats. He's a .338 career postseason hitter with 11 home runs, MVP in 84 of the NLCS, MVP in 78 of the NLCS. We all think Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Thank you. I wish you could vote.
Yeah. We could lobby, though, for you. Yes, Fritzy.
But there's certain names that just resonate. You hear someone's name, or growing up, you get their baseball card and you get that extra excitement. I got the Steve Garvey card. And it's like, it's beyond me how it's like not a no-brainer that by now he wouldn't be part of that group in Cooper.
I get a chance to speak 40 or 50 times. And I truly love it, motivational speeches and so forth. And half the time I'm introduced as Hall of Famer Steve Garvey. And you want to correct him, but you go, well, just let it go for now, and it has a nice ring to it, maybe someday. But that's every time I do a show, the same question comes up. And next year on the ballot again, and God willing. So.
But do you think, is the voting system correct in how we approach this? I know that you might be biased and say, no, it's not, but are we approaching Hall of Fame voting correctly, in your opinion?
Well, it's from the evolution of all the Hall of Famers voting, and there was a Veterans Committee, and then they modified it, and now it's 16 voters. So when you say lobby, you really have to lobby who the final 16 are, and it's probably 4 members of the press and media, and 4 front office, and 4 or 5 Hall of Fame players, and then it's subjective from there. But like we talked about before, you really have to look at all the things that compiled my career. And then it's a pretty unique one. So.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.